Hi, I'm Andy. This is Fixing Stuff with Andy. And today I'm going to work on my tractor a little bit and see if I can add a third function valve to it, and also see if we can take the pin-on bucket off and put on the skid steer quick attach. Oh, that's real nice. There's birds flying up above me. So one of them decided that it seemed like a good idea to poop on my finger. I guess I was going to say better my finger than my camera, but they pooped on my camera too. So, man, I love birds. Anyway, I got a tripod. Can't see it very well. I got a big old honking tripod that belonged to my grandpa. The problem was I can use it for all kinds of tripod activities, except for it didn't have a thing at the top that would screw a little camera onto it. It was made for like a transom or something. So I bought this pack of stuff off of eBay or off of Amazon. I can't remember which. It came with all these different attachments to attach just about anything to anything, camera and tripod wise. So that's pretty cool. Now I got a tripod that I can use to put you guys on. It won't like blow over. Plus it's like super tall, and you can see what I'm doing. And there. And I'm gonna go down and get with the tractor and bring it up here so we can work on it. I'll be right back. I bought all this stuff quite a while ago, and I haven't had the chance to. It's been winter and everything. Of course, I got a whole building I can put up. I'm working on getting a barn dominium built. I just haven't been able to get the weather to cooperate with me well enough to do any kind of work outdoors. Next winter, that's the one I was looking for. I won't have to worry about that stuff because I'll have a couple of different barns to choose from after this summer, so, or shops, or whatever you want to call them. Let's see here. Alright. And next winter, I won't have to go like months at a time without making a video. I'll be able to make videos indoors, and we can do maintenance, or fabricate something, or I don't know, we can do something indoor type of stuff. Oh, hey, we could tear the engine out of the 8-inch Ford maybe and work on it. That's a good wintertime thing to do. So, but I'd like to get this 3-way bucket done now, or 4-way bucket. I got a 4-way bucket, skid steer quick attach, and I got skid steer quick attach, adjustable forks for the front of this, and then I got a skid steer quick attach adapter, so I can take this pin-on bucket off, put that adapter on, and then I'm going to take this pin-on bucket to a welding shop. Somebody does a better job than I do, and have a quick attach plate welded on the back of it so that I can still use it to dig with and stuff. And then I'll use the 4-way bucket to do other type stuff with. So, and the forks. The 4-way bucket's more for like scooping and dragging and leveling and landscaping and that kind of stuff. So it'll doze a little bit. It opens up in the middle like a clamshell, and you can pull fence posts with it, all kinds of stuff. So I'm looking forward to having that on there, so I don't have to. Okay, I'm looking forward to having this done so that I can have different attachments for the front of my tractor. I could even rent some attachments. Anything that goes on a skid steer will go on this. Anything that's low flow. This tractor has about 13 or 14 gallons per minute flow of hydraulic fluid at a few thousand pounds, I think. I'll have to look it up, but it won't flow like a big skid steer will. So I can still though run quite a bit of stuff, I think. Let me see what we're looking like here on the camera. Okay, so here's the deal. The other day I come out here, and instead of trying to do everything while you guys were watching, I tried to do some stuff while you weren't watching, and get like ready to do all this work. I'm still not ready to do all this work, but I'm closer than I was. So I moved my skull controller knob here that I had on my bucket over to my throttle, my hand throttle. And because I got another piece that goes on the bucket controller that has buttons on it that works this third function. So the problem is, on a newer tractor, this is made for a newer tractor because they don't make anything for my old tractor. So on a newer tractor, they bolt kind of on the front here, and then you bolt this to them, screw this to them. And on my tractor, it doesn't quite work like that, because I tried it up here on this, which I didn't tighten that bolt. That's great. I tried it up here on this one. I tried it down here on this one. I even tried it cockeyed like that. I thought about trying it cockeyed like this down here, which might work. That would put it down kind of, but it might, then the hoses are in the way of my feet. The foot throttle's right here. The brakes are here. The hand throttle's here. The differential lock is here. So I'm trying to figure out a way to put it on here to where it's kind of replicates how a newer tractor would be. So let me, I need to take this off of here again, and I can show you this more up close. It's just the little valve and stuff that I bought. There's a company called Summit Hydraulics that makes these things, and then I found some Chinese fellers on the internet that sold one that's pretty close to the same thing, I guess. I don't know. I guess we'll try it and see. It was like about $400 cheaper, so if it works, it'll definitely be worth it. So, and I already put a few fittings and stuff in it. Let me get it off of there, and we can talk about it. So we'll take this loose here, and these go all the way through, so you got to hold them on the inside and take them loose. These bolts aren't really long enough, but they're pretty close to long enough. The other thing I thought about doing, like I was saying, is like putting it down here like that, but I just think that it'd still be in the way. So I got another plan Z. I bought some other parts, some other hardware to try to hook it on here. That's great. Okay. Anyway, on a newer tractor, the thing bolts in here like, let me see, like this, I think. On a newer tractor, maybe like this, maybe like this, something like that. Maybe I have this on here upside down. Yeah, because on a newer tractor, it would be like this. Oh, like that. There we go. And that tucks it in there pretty good. So I was thinking, if I could do something like that on this tractor, that'd be a good place for it. So I bought some other hardware, like I said, and I think we might try that. I think you can see me. Okay, so I bought these things here, and I was thinking, this one's too big, I think. I went out and spent like $100 on hardware because I was trying to find something that would do what I wanted to do. Oh, I know what I want. I want this one. This one? Yeah, that's the one I want. This is a 3/8 inch by 7 by 3 inches wide. So 3/8 inch nuts, 7 inches long, and 3 inches wide. And this thing that holds my gear shift on up here is 3 inches wide and less than 7 inches long. So I was thinking about bolting it like that, and doing this. Like that. And then putting this fella on, and then putting these on. The only problem is I'm going to have to get it caught well enough, which I think I can do. And I don't know if that's going to interfere. That's what I was afraid of. If that was going to interfere with my what you call it, that thing. So I also have a 4-inch one. Same thing, 3/8, 7 inches long, but 4 inches wide, that I was considering to place on here somewhere. Considering placing on here somewhere, I guess you'd say. Well, let's take this feller off and re-examine our situation here. All right. Now we need to see how this 4-inch one fits on here, if it does. I think I'm going to take these off. Anyway, so this here is the valve, and it's marked with a T and a P on that side, and then a A and a B on that side. And I put these on here. These are quick connects. They came with it, and I screwed these into here, then screwed those onto them, screwed these into here. I didn't have any instructions, but I looked online and found some that were real similar to it. And so I just followed those instructions. This one's T, and this one says A, B, P. And it'll only fit on here one way. I know it looks like the holes are like all the same, but they're not. They're offset from each other. So it'll really only go on there one way. So that made it a little easier to think I was right. I don't know if I'm right, but we'll see if I'm right, I guess. That's way too big. What about out here? Maybe? Okay. What if we put this here, put this here, nope, not there, here, there, then tightened it down a lot to where it never ever wants to come off there again. What if we did that? We can tighten this up here, and I think that should hold it, because you don't really snatch on it or anything. It's just like the valve that it holds. So you don't have to, like, I mean, this thing's pretty stout already because it's where the stick is mounted. So it should bite in there pretty well, I think. And hold on, he said, confidently. It's kind of bowed right now, so it must be getting pretty tight. All right, well, that's worth a try anyway. Now we got to put the other doohickey back on it. This thing here, and I think it goes with the quick connects up. So let's put them up. I know I'm standing in front of you. But it's kind of hard to get that one started. Okay, now we can do this one. They have O-rings on them, and the O-rings go towards the block on both of them. This one has 2 O-rings on it, this one has 1. The O-ring goes towards the block on that one. And the O-rings are, like I said, on both sides of this one. So, with the quick connects. So, and it's like a 7/8 wrench or something. I don't know what that is in millimeters, but Okay. I just remember what size it is. It's this size. It's whatever size I want it to be. Okay. And them other fellas, they didn't even put it in a vise or anything when they tightened it up on the video I was watching. So they just held it in their hand and tightened it up. So I don't think it has to be like, since it's got that O-ring on it, it doesn't have to be super tight. That would have been easier to do. No wonder they said to do it before you put them on there. That would have been way easier to do. So I think they said these were inch and something up here. I'm going to go ahead and tighten these up before I forget. And we spray hydraulic fluid all over, pretending that we're not going to spray hydraulic fluid all over anyway, but hey, it's worth a shot, right? Okay. Now, the pipe from the Power Beyond, or the hose from the Power Beyond, comes from down underneath here. So there's a valve underneath here that's got some settings on it. The owner's manual tells you where to set it if you're going to run anything other than the loader, or the 3-point hitch. I mean, if you're going to add a loader, or if you're going to add hydraulics on the back like I have, you have to turn the valve and open it up to where it does what you want it to do. So mine's, since I have the stuff on the back, mine's already opened up like that. And then this is the hose here that goes from the Power Beyond valve, and it hooks to a lot's happened since yesterday when I was videoing the other part of this. I have no idea how any of that footage came out because I haven't looked at it yet. But I was starting to get into something that I had no business whatsoever getting into. I thought I was prepared. I wasn't prepared. I sat down and watched a bunch of YouTube videos. This made me more confused. So I finally started looking online at like actual forums and diagrams and stuff like that. And a bunch of old guys helped me figure out what I was doing, or at least what I hope I'm doing. So I don't know yet because I haven't tried it. I went to the parts store today, the hydraulic parts store. Talked to those people a little bit, got some fittings that may help, well, that did help hook up what I wanted to hook up if I hooked up the right thing. So anyway, I've got I had this yesterday. I showed you guys this. So it has the quick connects on it, the male quick connects here. I put this on here with these big long bolts. So there's, on these valves, there's letters. I don't know, you probably can't see them. There, that one says P. I don't know if you can see that or not. Anyway, this one says P, and this one says T. And what I did was, I came off of the, almost everybody for their, what's called a Power Beyond, makes it green. Even Kubota, but like a bunch of other people do too. So that line down there is green. and it comes off of the hydraulic valve body under here, and it's meant to run other things like the loader and such. It comes in right here where it's green on the loader valve. So I came off of that line down there. I took the old rotten hose off of it, and then I hooked that line to the P on this valve. Then I came off the T of this valve, which is tank, or just out. That goes in on the P side, out on the T side, and then A and B. This is your open. This is your close, because it's on the power side, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, then I went around here and hooked back into the power beyond on the loading valve again, because it says if this line doesn't go back to a tank, it's supposed to go back to the next valve. This is what you call open center hydraulics. Tractors with less than 100 horsepower almost all have open center hydraulics. Hope this one does, because that's how I piped it up. So I probably need to check the water in that. We're not going to do that today. Okay, so anyway, I got to wire up the electricals to this. I'm not going to make you watch me do that. I watched like dozens of videos over the past couple days of how to do all this stuff. And I got a new sorry for the funky video. Okay. All right. How's this work? I got a new camera mount. It's like magnetic, and I can stick it anywhere I'm working on the tractor, and you guys can see what I'm doing. Like, that's important. Okay, so anyway, that's pretty slick. And they gave me a thing with this that the front hoses are supposed to go to. So it's a bracket, and it goes on the front of the tractor up here, like somewhere in here. That doesn't really about there. Problem is, as you can see, I got a bunch of stuff there. A lot of tractors don't have stuff there. They have just a pipe like that one down there. I could put them up here, but then I'm not 100% sure that the hoses on all the implements that I have would reach. They probably would, though. The other problem is it's got a hole back here in it, and it's got a hole here. Then these holes are for the hoses to go through, and you gotta see that. That's how you tell. And so I need to figure out some kind of way to mount it on there. I'm probably going to have to drill another hole in it. I may have to straighten, I was thinking about maybe I might straighten this piece out here. So it's like flat like, because I've got some U-shaped bolts. That's still, well, I'll still have to drill another hole in it. If I flatten it out, that might work. So, but I don't know if this will work. Yeah, that's what I thought. I got a bigger one. Like I said, I went to the hardware store and bought all the hardware. Not all of it, but I'd like to buy all of it. I'd like to not have to go looking for stuff like this all the time when I need it. So, what I did get was, I got a big one. Ooh. And I think that could be convinced to work. The only thing I have to do then is maybe not put it there, maybe put it over there where the thing is better. I really wish it would fit. The other one would fit on there. This is a 4-inch loop. That's a 3-inch loop. And I think, I don't know, I can't put it there though, because when I raise the, that's right, when I raise the bucket up, it would tear the lines off of it. You don't want to do that. Okay. I'm pretty good at this farm stuff, in case you guys haven't noticed. I'm super into it. Okay, so it would fit down here on this one, and I could bracket it on there, and that would reach the implements and everything. But I don't really like the idea of having it down there very much. I don't know. I don't know what I should do. I don't know if I should put it... I've got a couple more of those square brackets, but I don't really have any place to put those either. And I don't... You got to keep it like... You got to kind of keep it out of the way. I'm sorry if that's loud. You got to kind of keep it out of the way, like, so stuff doesn't catch on it. So... But if I put it down here, like I was thinking maybe here, because these pipes are all bent. I probably should get another pipe to go in here, which I may do at some point. I probably won't, but I might. Never can tell. And then then it would be like they would be over here where they're supposed to be, and it wouldn't be such a pain to figure out where to put this. But then again, once I get it on here, probably never going to take it off again. So I like that. I don't hate that. Now all I have to do is figure out some kind of way to make that bracket fit this. Do I just bolt it down with one bolt? Do I drill this side, straighten this out, drill this side out? Because I feel like some guys, I'm still gonna have to drill that out apparently. Some guys just like leave their third function hoses loose, just hanging up here, like zip tied. I'm not doing that. I mean, I do stuff kind of half-ass, but try not to do it that half-ass. And I've got that plate that goes across this, so I could tighten that down and then just tighten this down on one side of it. Or even this side of it. That'd get it way back out of the way. Then I wouldn't even really have to straighten it out. I could just loop it over that kind of pipe that's there. I could even yeah, I might do that. That would look kind of janky, but I don't know that it would actually be janky. And I also thought it like be cool if I could get it to fit in the pipes and like get tied in there somehow, but there's no way to do that. So it's kind of nice to have it in the middle, because you don't ever know if I rent something. The stuff that I bought has the hydraulics on the same side, but you don't know if you rent something or something, it might get weird on you and not have long enough hoses or something like that. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drill that out. I'm going to put the bar on here, the flat bar on here, tighten it down. Then I'm going to drill that out, and I'm going to bolt it to the back one back there, and I'm going to cut the front one off so it's out of the way. And I got to get the step bit and make that one a little bigger so it'll go over there. I think that's what I'm going to do. That'll be mounted up pretty well. I don't think it'll go anywhere. It doesn't really have a lot of like pressure on it or anything. It just like sits up here. So yeah, like I said, some guys leave theirs hanging loose. So I think I'll do that. Alright, but I won't make you watch me do that. Because like I said, all of the videos I watched, without fail, no matter what their format was, or how interesting their host was, every video I watched of guys doing this was terrible and boring. And I don't want you to have to, sit through that. So I'm gonna do some of this stuff, then I'll come back, then I'll show you what I did. I don't think we're gonna have time today to put the bucket on, or take this bucket off and put the other bucket on, but maybe though, if I get it wired up, maybe. We have to get the bucket on. I can't make the end of the video without getting the bucket on and like using it, or the pallet forks or something, because otherwise what's the point in watching this whole thing? So alright, I'm gonna do that. I'll be back. So like I said, I got these flat-faced fellas, and they will go on here. It don't really matter which is which. If they ain't the way you want them, you just turn them around and put them the other way. So I'm not 100% sure this side wasn't supposed to go over there. Seems like they got an awful lot of thread on this side. Not a lot of thread on this side. But if I have to, I'll turn them around. It ain't that big of a deal. I'll look at it later. I'm more interested in getting it done, or as close to done as I can get it today. I think these are the O-ring side though, because they butt all the way up against it, against the O-ring. It wouldn't matter to have the O-ring. On the other end, it's the O-ring side that goes against the quick connects, because they butt all the way up against it, and it seals against them. So I think this is right. All right. And again, you don't have to get crazy tightening them. And then if you hook them up and they do the opposite of what you want them to do on the buttons, you just switch the hoses around. Ain't no big deal. There we go. And this feller. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and put their caps on them. Look at that. That's like I'm like a professional or something like that. Okay, so I think that should work. Wow, that's a lot of hair. All right, well, my battery's about dead in my camera. I'm going to wire up the switch on the thing up here. All right, let me spin you around, get you off the tripod. There we go. So I got a switch to come with it that wires into here and here, and then you just run a hot wire up to the battery or wherever you want to run it to. You could run it, I guess, if you want to get real fancy, the fuse box is down here. You could run it down there to the fuse box if you wanted to. But I'll probably just, I don't know, I'll run it in up under the hood here somewhere. Okay, so it's been a few days since I was working on this. I had some setbacks, weather, such, winter, snow. It's like 70 degrees out here today, but it went from being warm to cold to warm. Now it's super windy, so I don't even know if you can hear me or not, but we'll just try to figure it out as we go. So I got everything put on, and immediately blew one of the high quality flat face couplers I bought off onto the ground and dumped hydraulic oil all over the place. Of course, I didn't get that on video because the camera battery was dead, but you'll just have to trust me from the amount of hydraulic oil that is on the ground here. So I gave up on, I hate to say it, but I think maybe them Chinese fittings were not what I was looking for. So I bought some different ones from Summit, that place I was talking about earlier, and I hope that they actually make them in Arizona, because I rolled the threads on that other one. I mean, this tractor only makes about 2,500 psi of hydraulic pressure, so I'm not sure how it blew that one off, but it did. So I was worried about how much damage it had done to the threads on the fitting and stuff like that, so and I'll bring you in closer and show you all this stuff here in a little bit. I want to try to get some work done first, though. So I stuck an old fitting in that I had around here. It's like an ag fitting. It's not a flat face. This one here, it came out okay. It didn't die, but I don't trust it. So I got some different ones. I don't know if they're any better, but they're supposed to be better. So I guess that's what we're going to have to go with now. I also got another, since I was ordering some stuff from Summit, I went ahead and ordered another hydraulic valve that goes up on the tractor up there. So I got one that locks the third function. So like if you pick something up with an implement, it doesn't, and you drive around like some or whatever, it doesn't drop it on the floor by pushing the hydraulic cylinders open. It's a check valve. That's what I was trying to get at. I got that too. I figured I was on there shopping. It was free shipping. Might as well get that too. Now the only thing that bothers me about these is they got real nice laser writing on them and stuff. It says Summit Hydraulics on it up here. Summit Hydraulics. And I'm cool with that. They're in Arizona. By all accounts, they make good stuff. The little problem I'm having is on this nut right here, it says China. And so then that makes me wonder if I ended up getting, I just hope they make them down. As a matter of fact, I may call them tomorrow and see whether they really make these down there or whether or not I just bought some more Chinese ones and paid twice as much for them. I'm not trying to talk bad about them. I think they're a great company. They'll answer any kind of questions you got, but their stuff is expensive. And I'm hoping there's a real reason why it's expensive, other than just because they want to make it expensive. I mean, they're paying Americans to do stuff, I guess, and that's always more expensive. But at the same time, I think that truthful about where the stuff comes from. Now, there may not be anywhere to get anything like this except in China. I don't know. Like this one fitting here in the middle, that might be the only place you can get them. So we'll find out here in a minute. We're gonna hook some stuff up. I'm gonna take this bucket off of here, I think, and these pins I got in here don't have bolts in them. They got a little quick connect, like I don't know what you call those, cotter pins, or like what do you call those? Whatever those are called. They're in there. They hold the bolts in, and that's a whole lot easier than unbolting them and stuff every time you want to do something. Although I've never taken them out, so I guess it probably wouldn't matter to me anyway. I don't know if they go out. Oh yeah, it looks like they go out that way. Yeah, okay, well maybe this is going to be easier than I thought it was going to be. Kind of don't seem terrible though. Seems like they're coming out of there pretty easy. I'm going to take this off. I need a bigger hammer for that. Let's see. Let's see how these come out of here. So this bottom one, I don't think I kept it greased enough. These here, the top ones, they come right on out. So the bottom one's kind of sticky. I don't know if I want to lay that. Oh, right there. The bottom one's kind of sticky, but it's been in the dirt and gravel. I probably should have maybe greased it more than the top one. I try to keep them greased, and they're greasable pins, so it makes it pretty easy. But I think that bottom one takes a lot more punishment than the top one. Yeah, it's got quite a bit of dirt and such on it. All right, well, I'm gonna have to remember that. Try to keep that one a little more greased. What do I got around here I can use as a punch? That'll work. And I got the quick connect things I got. They came with just straight pins, no greasable pins. And I'm gonna, if these will fit, I'm gonna put the greasable pins in. Got the old knocker loose. Knocker loose is good stuff. Look at that, knocker loose. So, since that's what I'm trying to do, hopefully it'll help me do it. Okay, kind of trapped my thing there. See, this is why you leave rags laying all around. Then you got one when you need one. All right, I think I'm gonna have to raise that up a little bit. There we go. All right. Now what? I guess I just have to curl these in. Okay. I don't want them to get messed up. And then I need to push this bucket up there somewhere out of the way. I don't know if you can see me or not, but whatever. It needs to go that way. So I'm going to do that right now. Oh, let me take these off here. Put them over here. Okay. All right. I'm going to push that up out of my way. Oh. that thing weighs about 400 pounds. So, and it's got that 100-pound thing on it. The tooth bar, or the brush bar that's on the front of it there. So that don't make it any easier. All right, I think that's about where I was sitting. Oh. All right. Oh. All right. I'll take this off later. I don't really mess with it right now. So let's make sure I got us back in camera here. Oh yeah, pretty good. Now I got to do this other part. I'm not sure about much of any of this, actually. I'm not very good at this kind of stuff. I mean, I am, but I can do hard stuff. It's just, this ain't really very hard. I don't like to do things twice, so I'm trying to do it right the first time. It's kind of easy. I should have taken the bucket off before I did all of this stuff. It makes it way easier. There we go. I like it. All right. Now we got to put the thing on. I got to go get the thing. It's over there. It's over. You see me? It's over there. And it's heavy. I don't want to go get it. I'm going to go get it. Okay. Well, it's not in the pallet anymore. So I got that going for me. Maybe. And go put this up. All right. Now let's see if we can carry it up here or what the deal is. Oh, wow. That's very heavy. Okay. We're not doing that. Oh, I found out the other day I got a bad hip. That's why I do all this limping around. I get to probably go get it replaced. Of course, if I would have gone to the doctor a year ago, got my hip x-rayed like they told me to, probably could have saved it, but what are you gonna do? You know? Sometimes your hip hurts and you don't go to the doctor. That's the way it goes. I'm gonna take my two-wheeler over there and see if I can get it on the two-wheeler. That'd probably be easier. Because I'm definitely not gonna I picked it up, but I'm not gonna carry it anywhere, that's for sure. It'd be easier if I had help. But my help's not here yet. And he's bringing me Mountain Dew and pizza when he comes, so I don't want to rush him. All right, let's see if this works or not. Or if it just mashes everything and kills me. Sorry about the heavy breathing. But I'm fat and this is heavy. So that combination of those two things makes you breathe heavy. Okay, now we're gonna sit this down, I guess, over here. Holy cow. Okay. Whew. All right. I'm gonna have to rest a minute after that. I went and picked this up down in Missouri. Down, not southern Missouri, kind of like central Missouri, I guess you'd call it. Not too far from Joplin. And central top to bottom, not left to right. I can't remember what the name of the town was. Washburn Company. I guess they've made their name on making hay spears. They call it, their website's hayspear.com. And I wanted to get it because they're made in Missouri here, and I thought that was cool. Ooh, I don't like that. They don't stick through all the way. This is where they go, and that leaves quite a bit. I don't like that. Man, that stinks. I was really hoping to be able to use those. Okay. Well, I guess I'll have to get some more. Shouldn't be too awful bad. I'll just do them one at a time. When I get some more, I'll knock them out one at a time. And change them out. They did a real nice job painting this or powder coating it or whatever they do to it. And then I dropped it out of the back of the truck and boogered it up. So, but it wasn't like it wasn't going to get boogered up anyway. Now you might be saying to yourself, Andy says all the time he's going to get greasable pins and do stuff like that, but then he doesn't ever do it. He just keeps using his stuff until it breaks. But I'm not going to do that this time. This time, I'm going to do the right thing. Oh. And mostly because this thing was freaking expensive, and I don't want to tear it up. I don't think there's bushings. I don't know what those bushings are made out of or whether they're hardened or not. They might be. But still, I think it's a good idea to not chance it. And to just do the right thing. Okay, that's all greasy. That's great. Out a little bit. And then we'll put a little in there. Put a little in there. I don't have to worry about moisturizing my skin or anything. That synthetic grease keeps them nice and soft. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm gonna send those out a little bit. And then, like, I guess, like, maybe a little bit further than that, I guess. There we go. Second. Didn't want to do that. Alright. Let's try that again. That went through way faster than I thought it was going to. Now, I should be able to pick them up. What do you think of that? Huh? What do you think of that? That's freaking cool, man. Okay. All right, let's go down here and get the forks. And then use the forks to move the bucket up here. Okay, I didn't exactly do that right, but if there's anything I like to do more than doing stuff once, it's doing stuff twice. That. And then you pick it up. You gotta move the stick the right way. Alright. Alright, third time's a charm. Alright. There. You want the big hammer?
Yeah.
All right, hang on, I get it.
Oh, okay, I'm already
It's too late.
I need to move. I need to move.
I know. Watch out for the splinters in that.
Yeah, when are we getting a new handle for this
I've
thing?
got a new handle for it. I just haven't put it on yet.
Both of us.
Put together.
I don't know if that's doing anything.
What do you think?
I don't know if that's did anything. I mean, it works for right now. So it also does, it rubs here.
Okay, I don't care very much.
I'm getting it greased where it rubs, don't worry. Okay.
Can we finish putting it together?
Yeah.
Sometime before I die?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that did. Yeah!
All right. It's a good thing we're never taking these off here again.
Yeah. I'm glad I did it like a pool cue instead of trying to swing it in that. I have matured a little bit.
Okay, run that down. I got it. Forklift certified.
Like they say that as soon as you get the forks under it, not when it gets to where...
It's actually backwards. I need to get on that side of it. All right. Like that?
Maybe a little more.
Like that?
Okay, yeah.
What's it doing?
Kind of under it. You need something to stop it.
Yeah?
Or, yeah, pick up and put it.
What's it doing?
Maybe that way more.
Did I get one side and not the other? All right, that's all right.
Okay, there you go.
I got it. I've never done this on a full-size machine before.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Now all you got to do is hook the hoses up.
All of this.
Wait.
Now I can just hear myself think.
Hold on now. Hold on. Wait.
Okay, wait.
All right, now try.
There would be no pressure in the bucket, so. Hey, no. It's requiring the maximum amount of effort.
You want me to help?
Sure.
Okay.
So, oh, and then you can rotate that collar to go over that metal ball so it doesn't disconnect itself on accident.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. And this collar goes up?
Yeah,
around
yeah,
up,
but you
right?
can't push on it while you're trying to latch it.
No, I'm not.
It doesn't really go back. It only
Right.
goes up. Once you get
I'm
it.
pushing down the middles.
Yep, that's
but
what you're supposed to
about
do.
As much as I get.
It's a technique. That's not the technique.
Well, my vocabulary is low on techniques for this.
So you have to I'll show you.
Okay, yeah.
Ow.
Because if you do this
Yeah.
one more time.
Look at me. Are you looking at me?
Yeah. I swear to God, if you just get in on there, I'm gonna be.
Wait, no, that won't
Okay.
work. Hold on.
All right, yeah. Throw your other hip out if you can.
Uh,
Oh wow.
all right, you got it. Okay, this is how you do it. You ready?
Yeah. Minimal effort. I'm waiting. I'm seeing to see it. There's a jumping spider on your shirt. Same
I don't-
on your shirt. It's pretty cool. Minimal effort. This should
It's
require
not.
minimal effort.
It doesn't. Go push the buttons on that little joystick. Nothing?
Nothing's happening.
Okay.
You get it?
See how easy that is?
I did.
It's just like that.
Let's see how easy that was.
And then you can, like you said, you
Rotate, yeah, I rotate.
turn it
that.
around. Okay. See, that's easy, man. See, you just,
Cool.
it's easy. That's why they call this a quick attach. Quick attach, easy, easy peasy. You saw how easy it was. It only takes 3 or 4 guys to do it. Do what?
Grubby hands all over my headlight.
I don't know. Look at that. Then you go like this. Then you can drag, like drag, back drag. You can pull fence posts and all kinds of stuff.
Those hoses are going to get pinched.
Drop it. We'll cross that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Set fence posts and pull them. Cool.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah, no problem. Get a good time lapse for this. And yeah, this will be a decent video on its own.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay. Love you guys.
Love you too.
Love you too. Get home soon.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it? I got some new tools I can use to work around here. So, there we go. New bucket, does a good job. It's a cap tuck. Cap talk, contact, I don't know, anyway, it's Chinese, so, but it seems like it wants to work pretty good, and it was grabbing stuff, and it's good at spreading rock, so I do need to put I noticed the rock was pushing it open though. I've got that check valve I need to put in up there, but I'll save that for another video, or a short or something, because it won't take me very long to do that. But it definitely needs that. It wants to, once you start opening it up to spread gravel, the gravel wants to rush out and then like fall all in one place. So I'd like for it to spread it a little bit more evenly, but so anyway, that was a lot more work than I planned on doing today, but I'm glad to have it done. So I guess I'll clean up a little bit and go in the house because I'm worn out. So talk to you later. Bye.